I keep just letting it go over it. Could it be a parallel or a miscalculation? It could be, but it would still be fragments of information. Not enough to form a solid suspicion, sir. Certainly not enough to send away an auditor. I could try and look into specific codes of information through other divisions and search deeper into the database, but I'd need a higher permission first. I need to pick up my phone. Sorry, 1 second. Urgh. And I just definitely did not turn up that. Okay. No need. You may leave. I'm guessing you'll want this investigated further. I will. Alright. I will. This will need an Egon on the field. Oh no, not again. I don't have spare Egons lying around for investigating hunches, Rowan. The intelligence is bound to the government, Director. You will do exactly what I tell you to do. I will do exactly what the Council tells me to do, not just a member of the Council. This is a matter of galactic security. If we have a breach, I suppose I don't have to remind you of the consequences. Consequences both the government and the intelligence will have to answer for. I've read your file, Wiz Chambers. It says you are specialized in modification of vintage spaceships. You read my what? Your intelligence data. Don't worry, nothing invasive. Just assumptions based on your purchase history, medical files, whatever is on the network databases about you. Yeah, that doesn't sound invasive at all. I suppose it does. Have you checked out our Hala artifact yet? Do you know what it does? I assume you get in there now. It's an engine modification, supposed to be an ancient target sensor jammer. Very powerful. Powerful enough to let us land on the center of Nova Station without alerting the main security. When it's fully functional, of course. I'm hoping you will work with Professor Brooks to make use of this device. It is a great asset. What makes you think we can utilize it? For all I know, it doesn't even fit anywhere on the engine. Arian is a skipper, am I right? It's a pre-warship. Skippers may be old, but they still use remote technology. That device is not a software upgrade, it's hardware. It would take me months to take apart the engine and modify it manually, and I'm not even sure it will work. I was hoping you could find a way. With your expertise, I believe anything is possible. What's your deal? Excuse me? What's your role in this? What's your game, Aaron? You don't trust me, I understand. I don't trust any of you. Trust isn't the issue here. Everyone has a game, a thought, a motive. Does anybody know why you are here? Why you are here? See? That's no way to make friends. I get why they would want to make human-like oxybots, but why genitalia? Are you seriously asking that? Princess has a pure heart. What? Oh, that looks highly unhygienic. That's what she said. Real mature. No wonder the factory was closed. This is a live freak show. Who would want their evil robot twin to serve them tea? Actually, the factory was closed because human oxybots had a serious network security breach. A bug in the software. I know what to say to him now. And, don't keep me waiting. Well, the builders used a small part of Affeta's core entanglement program on the Oxybot's intelligence, which gave them permission to access Affeta's databases through an ancillary connection. They made it so the Oxybots couldn't be hacked. It was supposed to be an extra security measure. But even though it was impossible to access the Oxybots' root programming from the outside directly, it was possible to access them through Affeta's database. Which means? Affeta had direct control over the Oxybots, and we still don't know what it is truly capable of, and whether or not it is truly self-aware. Now, tell me that's not creepy. Let's find out what we need and jet out of here. Anyone else? No, ma'am. This is everyone that he has interacted with in the past. I've cross-examined it with his assistant's history, his handler work, and the Egons he worked with during his time in the academy. Very thorough work, Adept. I'm impressed. Thank you, ma'am. Before you leave, what year are you? 11th, ma'am. Did you take the auditor exam? No, ma'am, I haven't. Why not? There were better candidates. I don't think I am qualified enough to become an auditor yet. You are only unqualified if you lack the necessary ambition, Adept. Power isn't given to you unless you demand it. Leave. Yes, ma'am. Oh, who's that? Ha 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 ha. So, our little auditor has a type. How cute. Oh, who's that? So, they had just left all this stuff here. What do you mean? The computers, the bots, even the furniture. How come it hasn't been scavenged yet? Maybe nobody dared go in since it's in Morai territory. Why did Karel come with us? Can I just ask that? We scavenge planets with nuclear waste, Karel. It doesn't feel right. Something doesn't add up. Great, you think it's a trap. No, I didn't say that. But you meant it. I didn't mean it, Karel. Stop freaking out. But you felt it. Don't deny your Raider survival instincts. Lana is right. Something is not right. Aaron, are you there? Yes. When you said the factory was abandoned, just how abandoned is this place? You know, I hate it when you keep stuff like this to yourself. I had a slight suspicion, that's all. That's what you get when you jump into things without question, Egan. You'll want to talk. Hey, you don't even get to talk. None of this would have happened if you did a proper client background check. It's black market. You don't do background checks on the black market. Children. I'm working with children. So history repeats itself. How amusing. What do you think, 83? About, sir? Why, Lana Brice, of course. I can't read her signature, sir. You can't, can you? Oh, it's not even my birthday. All right, let's see how capable our guests are. Deploy 62. Yes, sir. You know how that looks like? It looks like, fuck, what's his name? The guy from Detroit Become Human, the Jesus robot guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me. This is the last time I'm trusting you. Just focus on the mission, Egan. You know, you're quite trusting for an intelligence agent. Everyone in this room has tricked you at least once. He trusts Aaron more than anyone else. Even more than his own sister, apparently. Not the time, Evelyn. Bros will be bros. Not the time. Welcome to the Mathesian Technologies. Unfortunately, the factory is currently closed and it may be highly dangerous to wander around unattended. I'm afraid I will have to ask for you to leave immediately for your safety. Oxybot? Yes. Initiate. Egan, don't. Why? The ancillary connection to Afita. You can't connect with the bot, not unless you want the whole intelligence to know exactly where you are. Perfect. So, we'll handle this the old-fashioned way. I'm afraid I will have to ask you to remove your weaponry, effective immediately, for your safety. Let's just listen to the nice, helpful Oxybot and leave for our safety. He doesn't look armed. What can he even... Effective immediately, for your safety. Oh, damn. Director, you called me? Who the fuck is this? What's this hench boy? Yes, Remy. I want you to drop the Black Howl case and investigate something for me. You want me to drop the Black Howl case? Yes, I can see your ears are functional, Egan. To whom do I drop the case? I'm almost done. I just need to interrogate the dealer one more time and she will crack. I wasn't asking, Egon. We will take care of the rest. I need you on another case. We have a mole in the intelligence. We have several moles, Director. Which one are we talking about? The one we do not have on surveillance. That's not very specific. We are talking about an auditor. Oh, that's troubling. Which auditor? The auditor. The auditor? You mean my auditor? Yes. Aw, why didn't you say so, Director? Alright, that's weird. Kieran, make sure it's really down. What's with the choking trend? What happened to the good old days where people just shot each other? More incoming. Get ready. Welcome to Mathesian Technologies. Unfortunately, the factory is currently closed and it may be highly dangerous to wander around unattended. I'm afraid I will have to ask you to leave immediately. Yeah, I'm not reading this again. Where are they coming from? everywhere. You might want to... Run! Chapter 8. Yeah. I really don't know how many chapters there are going to be. We are the unformed. Losing what little we have to our incomprehension. Mocking the comforts slyly robbed from us. We raise our glass, taunting the spite. We're losing you. I know. Did you know the factory was occupied? What a surprise. Functional robots were a surprise, probably is what he said. Who's the owner of this factory? Mathesian. Harry Mathesian, yes. Do you know him, Carell? I wish I didn't. Pius, Carell, take east. Kieran and Lana, go south. We'll meet at the main hall. Alright. See you. Oh, this is, Soren. Yes. Look at him, Robert. He's so tiny. Yes, babies are usually very small. You know, if our son becomes a smartass like you, you're dealing with him. I'm dealing with him either way. I'm his dad. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Are you recording this? Maybe. Stop it. I didn't sleep last night thanks to our little genius here. You look beautiful. To you, maybe, but you don't count. How do I not count? I'm your husband. Exactly why you don't count. You're biased. You know what? Now I look again. Yes, you look hideous to me too. I hate you. Sir, the director wants to see you. Let her in. Busy? No. Good, I have news. I think Reynolds is in touch with his old comrades. That's impossible. He is in maximum security. Well, considering Brice just escaped from one, I'd say your maximum security isn't as maximum as it sounds. Is that all? I'm just saying keep an eye on him, Robert. We both know what he is capable of. They are gone, off the grid, completely. Try 8-1. I did. They're gone. So we wait. How long have you and Egon been planning this whole thing exactly? This whole thing? You know, the two-man rebellion? Not as long as we should have. Yeah, no kidding. One would think you wouldn't have to rush your way into a plan with your premonition software and all that. There were unpredictable circumstances. Unpredictable how? Quite. I'm sorry, I wish I could explain. Bullshit. You just don't want to. Professor, I have a question. Are you trained? In various subjects, yes. The professor has 2 doctorates and several award-winning published works of excellence. No, I meant combat trained. Do you know how to fight? No, I'm more passive-aggressive. That's curious. You look well trained. Thanks, it's Pilates. Seriously? It's good for your health, and I don't believe in violence. Admirable, I suppose. This way, we need to shut down the Eastern surveillance first. What kind of person would add separate surveillance systems on each sector? A smart one. He is paranoid. Who would break into an abandoned bot factory? Us? Right, forget I said anything. Huh. What? I think we already passed this corridor. Are we lost? No. Maybe. You got us lost. Great. Should we stop and ask for directions? Let's just keep moving, Frisky. Somewhere will come up eventually. And hopefully unoccupied. This has nothing to do with me. Soren is your fuck-up. This has everything to do with you, Reynolds. If I lose my son because of you, you will not leave this cell alive. That's a promise. I'm not leaving this cell at all. That's how it goes. If Rose was alive... Oh, don't you dare speak her name. Don't you dare talk about Rose. What happened to you, Robert? What happened to the man I once called a friend? I will do anything to keep my children safe. You will tell me everything you know about this Lana Brice and the upcoming Cardinal Cross. Everything, Reynolds. This should be it. Cozy. Aaron, can you hear us? Still nothing. Cover me while I shut this thing down. Inadvisable. Who the... Harry Mathieson, at your service. May I know why you're trying to disable my security, Miss Brice? Security? What security? I was just looking for the bathroom. Raider humor, how refreshing. I'm guessing you're trying to shut down the main security system manually through synchronization. Clever, but not unpredictable. I expected better from you. Such a disappointment. Now you sound awfully like my father. Is that so? Now, if you could please answer my question. Mr. Mathesian would like to know the purpose of your invasion, Miss Brice. Please tell me there is an end to these guys. Not in their factory, I imagine. No. You never take me anywhere nice. Look, Sweet Pea, even if I saw someone like that, I wouldn't be able to remember them. I can check my VX data if you have the time, but I can't promise you anything. How about the name Li Lan? Doesn't ring a bell. Really? I had a feeling you were familiar with him. You had a feeling? Yes, a feeling. I can always look through your client list if you'd like. It wouldn't take me much time. But it would be quite painful for you. We don't have to be enemies, do we? No, we don't. Out the back. Tell him Mama sent you. See? I had a feeling. Look at us being close friends already. That's a dick already. I feel like we've been here before. It's because we have. How are we back here? We've been going east the whole time. Is the map outdated? No, it's a loop. I've seen it before. The intelligence headquarters on Nova Station is built the same way. It's called a perennial arc, Professor. I've never seen one up close. Kip, why are you always excited about the things that can quite possibly harm me? Coincidence, Professor. You are easy to harm. Was that a threat? This is worse than Prion. Don't exaggerate. It's just a bunch of walking oxybots. Walking oxybots who can choke people. I'm trying to click this. I thought you liked being choked. It got old. Got it. Whoops. What the? Wait. Turning on the backup generators. Lana. Just 1 second. If I die because of you, I'll fucking kill you. Calm down. I've got this. And we're back. Let's get out of here before more of those guys show up. Sure, sissies first. Hey, now I remember why I hate you. You hate me because I stole your girlfriend. And my artifact. Why would this guy use top-of-the-line security tech for an old Oxybot factory? He must be hiding something far more precious than a few failed Oxybot data. And, of course, you already knew about this. I had my suspicions. Is being insufferable a Morian trait, or is it just the intelligence? Both, I believe. You and the Eagle must be very close. You're basically the same person. He is slightly less intelligent. I recorded that. He is more empathetic. Cat in a pan, pal. What the fuck does that mean? I don't enjoy this any more than you do, Lan. I just need a name, that's all. I don't know his name, but he's working with Libera. Or was. I don't know. All I know is that he came looking for rare components he couldn't have found anywhere else. But that doesn't help me at all. You need to help me, Lan. You need to help me so I can help you out. You're in a bind here. Literally. You see, it's a matter of galactic security. I really am trying to keep the peace here. Yeah, I can see that. I don't want to use my implants, Lan. It'll be very uncomfortable for the both of us. Then I guess we'll both have to get used to it, implant junkie. No, my poor stubborn friend. You really won't get used to it. This, like, jumping around between people is very, disorienting. Can we just, like, stay in one place? Egon, we're at the main hall. Can you read me? Yes, I'm almost there. Stay safe. So, Professor, how do you know Mathesian? I can't remember how to say his name. It's a long story. We have time. Am I being interrogated? Yes? Great. He paid for my scholarship and I worked for him in exchange. He is a tech company owner. Why would he need a historian? He is a collector of ancient artifacts and artwork. I worked as his appraiser for a while. For how long? For a couple of years or more after I paid off my debt. Why did you leave? You must have earned way more than the university pays you. Well, he didn't exactly collect the pieces for his love of the fine arts. Of course not. Weapons dealing? Warfare tech. Paid for his side projects he didn't want the government to know about. Do you think he's still doing it, even after the bankruptcy? I think he is doing it especially after the bankruptcy. This factory is practically a showroom. Aegis needs to know about this. Oh, they do. What do you mean? Do you think I never tried reporting it? No, that doesn't make any sense. We would arrest the guy on the spot. Well, did you ever think that maybe Aegis is not that clean either? I'm not an idiot, Corel, but there is a bonus for catching tax frauds. Someone else is benefiting from the tech Mathesian sells on the black market. Someone with a pull in the Aegis. Aegis? I don't fucking know anymore. I hate everything. Ugh. That's a whole lot of people, Pius. A whole lot of people. There you are. How did it go? It was mostly fine until Kieran pissed himself. Hey, you promised you wouldn't tell. Pius, while we were at the security panels, Mathesian contacted us. Contacted you himself? Yeah, and he knew my name. Well, Mathesian Corp has top-of-the-line identification technology. I wouldn't be surprised if he could scan your VX remotely. That's what I thought initially, but there's more. He said shutting down the security manually through synchronization was clever, but not unpredictable. He knows what we're doing. He says it won't work. Oh god, is he dead? I hate it when they're stubborn. The headache. Do you have what we need? Yes and no. I don't have a name, but I have a location. Our beloved auditor is not here. Great. Should I inform Virgo's division? No, I thought not. We'll handle it quietly. If you catch him red-handed, you know what you need to do. Kill the rat, clean the pantry, get rid of the evidence. Are you up to the task, Egon? Why wouldn't I be? Your history with the auditor. Ah, so that's why you chose me. You needed someone who knows him personally. Problem? None. Alright, Aaron, can you read us now? Yes, the jammer is down. Is everyone alright? We are fine. Run the scan. Give me a proxy. 74HX128 is clear. On it. No. Something is not right. I'm looking. It's supposed to be here. Where is it? I'm looking, Soren. So am I. It's not here. What's going on? What's not here? This is bad. Egon, what's happening? We're having trouble locating what we came here for. I'm looking through the product database. Give me a minute. Product database? Please tell me we didn't come here for a fucking Oxybot. Well, seriously? I thought you planned for this. We did. It should have been here. Then why can't we find him? Let me answer that question for you. I'm guessing you're looking for my prototype. 0876C12000E. Mathesian. You don't look so confused, Miss Brice. Brice. Yes, they were looking for an Oxybot prototype. Your friends are quite evasive about their motives. It's not their fault. That's how the intelligence works. Even rogue ones. It was always unlikely you'd receive a proper explanation. However, let me try and explain what they have been up to from what little I could gather in my own small investigation. I have all of your current locations targeted in the chart I have, which is the best example of its type, I assure you. All except the location of Mr. Lefebvre, what the fuck, and his lady companion, Miss Chambers. I believe they are in an exceptional vessel of some sort with a certain very interesting target jammer. I wouldn't even be able to identify them if not for the invasion of my product database. But it's not really a jammer, is it? Because I am the only one who procures jammers as powerful as this one, and I am quite sure it's not one of mine. No, it is quite fallible but unpredictable, somehow unbalanced. You have a Howler artifact. Now why would a rogue Egon, an auditor, and a Marian defector partner up with Raider scavengers to come here to my closed-down Oxybot factory with a Howler artifact? Surely you're not trying to steal my tech information to sell to the highest bidder on the black market. That would be too simple for you. None of you are that simple. Are you, Miss Brice? Get to the point, Mathesian. Matheson? I don't fucking know. Henry Matheson. Yeah, Matheson. I can see that you aren't downloading any information from my databases. Anyone else would have, but not you. You are looking for something specific, something you have no way of knowing unless it found you first. What you are looking for is not in the factory, Mr. Lefebvre. I don't know how to say that, sorry, it sounds very French. You've been misled. Quite so. Let me clarify it for the rest of your team. Blah, 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 auditor. And the Egon are looking for an Oxybot which may have true artificial intelligence. What? I was quite surprised myself too, Miss Brice, because we are the leading firm in artificial intelligence studies, and I can assure you we are not there yet. All we could ever do was a highly advanced simulated intelligence using Afeta's genetic algorithms, a bridge that we created into the mind of Afeta. We used this simulated intelligence to study Afeta and its limits through a human Oxybot prototype. It was a joint research project with the Aquarius department in the hopes of one day learning the true limits and capabilities of Afeta. But over the years, the prototype started showing signs of a larger glitch in the system. It was receiving and transmitting encrypted data to Afeta directly, despite the massive security precautions we've taken. The Rounds wanted nothing to do with it. They shut down the program and bankrupted my company. Years of work, gone. Short-sightedness. I didn't give up, of course. How could I? It was the research of a century. So I decided to move the prototype somewhere safer. Somewhere I could decrypt the transmission data. Why and how it was using a non-existent proxy to send and receive messages to Nova Station without getting caught by Afeta or the intelligence. To you, I believe. Auditor, I'm not saying your name, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what you mean, Mathieson. I don't know. Don't worry, I never got to decrypt the messages. It was just an educated guess. Forgive the deceptive location codes. I had to keep the prototype's whereabouts a secret. If it was truly AI, I had to hide its location from every possible threat to our study, including itself. Necessary to protect the trademark. We wouldn't want other companies to start mass-producing my AI, would we? Especially not before we truly understood its full capacity. He thinks he is here, in the factory. He? It calls itself a he, then. Wait, how did you trick an AI? Quite easily. You can't trick a simple simulated intelligence, as it is programmed to do one thing or the other. The most it can do is get stuck in a loop, trying to find a way to solve an endless algorithm, eventually terminating itself in the process. However, if this really was an AI, it had to have the capacity to believe, to be fooled, tricked. I just left fabricated location codes in the system, easily accessible by someone with enough knowledge. His arrogance took care of the rest. Didn't even second-guess himself, poor thing. Why are you telling us all this, Mathieson? Oh no. Why are we still here? Great question, Miss Delaney. I was curious about you, about your purpose, about your capabilities. You're a strange group of people. I wanted to know. Now, I do. Here is what we're going to do. I will give you what you want. What we want? The prototype. Just like that. Just like that? I'm no friend to the Morai system, Miss Brice. It will be interesting to see what you will do with the prototype. I would like to test its capabilities, if it truly is an artificial intelligence. I don't buy it. Why not? I believe you and I can have quite a beneficial relationship. Think of it as a peace offering. But in exchange, you will do something for me. There we go. You will be the guest of honor at my upcoming party, a small gathering of my close friends. Nothing too fancy, just a casual event. Oh, what? Party? That sounds good to me. Yes, but not you, obviously. I'd like Miss Brice to be my guest of honor. Just her and her +1. Why Lana? Why Brooks, my old friend? She may, after all, be the most important person in the galaxy. The most important in what? In the what? Wiz, not now. Oh, they don't know? Well, that is an annoyance. I'm guessing you will have a lot to talk about after this. Nevertheless, it is my only condition. A condition I am hoping you will fulfill. Oh, and Mr. Brooks, I will need your help for this. With what? I am hoping you'll be Miss Brice's +1 to the party. No, I'm taking Egon if I can. Fuck you. As you are the only person who knows the mannerisms and customs of a proper Marian occasion. What's this about, Matthiason? What are you after? I'm just going to start calling him Harry, if I'm perfectly honest. You'd much rather ask that question to dear Miss Brice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a party to organise. Don't be late. You know the address. I've never even heard of this girl until Angela mentioned her. But you knew there was a second Howler. Maybe, but not an identity. They don't exactly give me weekly intelligence reports in here. I just had a hunch. A hunch? A hunch? When Rose installed the virus to her Petha. Petha. Oh god, I'm losing it. It glitched, a temporary shutdown in one of its databases for less than a millisecond. There was almost no chance that any birth data was being transferred at that particular millisecond. It wasn't even a millisecond, Robert. You did this. We did it, with Rose. We could have fixed it. We could have found the missing file somehow, but she wanted to keep it. She wanted to have a plan B. The first Cardinal Cross, it never ended. You created a howler so that it wouldn't end. It was a mistake, a welcome one, but a mistake nevertheless. It wasn't on purpose, Robert. A mistake. Both of my children are following this howler, Reynolds. A howler you created, a Raider howler. It's Rose's legacy. She knew we were going to fail. That's why we left the corrupted data alone. You don't understand, Robert. You don't understand the scale of the corruption. They believe it's order. They believe it's justice. Let Marai pay for the crimes they've committed. Let this howler do what she is supposed to do. What we were supposed to do. All of us. What about my son, Reynolds? My son. You were asking me to let him kill himself. I might take my daughter with him. There is a chance for completion. A chance to end it all. End what? The Ryons? The intelligence? Human greed? Oppression, Robert. Tyranny. Soren has a resistant mind. He may be able to what? Live through the installation? Complete the installation. Rose died because we underestimated Affita, but Soren has a resistant mind. He can do this, Robert. Help your children instead of working against them. No, it's over, Ewan. You lost. You don't believe that, or else why would you be here? At least tell me one thing, for old time's sakes. Did you meet this howler? Briefly. Did she look like she was up for it? No, not even close. She won't be your pawn, Reynolds. Neither should she. I never asked for a pawn. Wait, Lana is a what? How are we just learning about this? We thought it was best if we kept it to ourselves until we got to the bottom of it. Who else knows about this? Me, Aaron, and Lana. And Mathesian, apparently. Matheson. Right? I don't fucking know. So, everyone but us. To be honest, I don't even know what it's supposed to mean. It means you have dramatically altered all of our futures at some point, and we didn't even know about it. Well, I'm sorry, Carell. It's not like I had a choice. I did, until you took it from me. A howler's influence doesn't exactly work that way. You know what? We will get into this business tomorrow. It's time for me to go to bed. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.